all for coming. I'd like to welcome State Representative David Linsky, Millis Town Administrator Charles Aspenwall, and Charles Becky, we have to pass to Charlie, and Jim McKay for joining us here this morning and for making this day possible. It's hard to believe that less than 1 year ago, many of you were online voting daily for a video made by the children of Millis for a grant to help reinvigorate the playground. When Millis was awarded that grant, finishing on top of the voting list, beating cities like Philadelphia and Colorado Springs, it became clear that there was nothing our small town could not accomplish. The culmination of all of your hard work occurred in front of you 3 weeks ago today. 125 volunteers came together, spending a total of 900 hours building the playground and spreading mulch, and more mulch. There were times where it seemed that that pile would never end, but you spread every last wheelbarrow full. Thank you. Getting to Build Day was a town-wide effort. Businesses, residents, town and state officials, and town employees have shown their desire and support for the playground project since the outset. To the Millis Board of Selectmen, we thank you for allowing us to proceed with the project under the town's umbrella and for your constant support. To Mr. Aspenwall, thank you for your support and guidance through all the phases of the project. To State Representative Linsky, thank you. From the beginning, you pushed the project to leverage every asset available, from alerting us to new regulations on the use of CPA funds, to shepherding the process by joining us at meetings and even attending our town meeting vote, as well as checking in on the project's progress. We thank you so very much. As the project began, we started to realize the task ahead, and we were fortunate to gain our strongest partner in the early months, the Millis Department of Public Works. The Millis DPW has been working alongside the committee on the project every step of the way. From the beginning phases of site preparation a year ago to what we know were endless requests, some surprises, up to and right through Build Day, you have been there for us. Thank you does not express how grateful we are for your help. To Jim McKay, Dale Olmsted, Dave Romachi, John Wanders, Kevin Candola, and the entire DPW staff, you treated this as if it were your own backyard. The care and attention you provided, along with the many, many hours of work you all put in at the site, will be cherished by the children of Millis for years to come. Thank you all. Thank you also to the donors. Dunkin' Donuts was the project hub for information and donations, collecting close to $3,000 in that coin jar that's been there since last September. Millis certainly does drink a lot of Dunkin'. Above and beyond keeping residents abreast of the latest with the project and allowing the project to raise funds at their physical location, Dunkin' Donuts also served as the project's premier corporate sponsor thanks to their $5,000 donation. We thank Carlos and Lindsay Andre for their support. Unfortunately, they couldn't be with us today, but they've sent a message that Jennifer Farrar will share with us on their behalf. In addition to donors, we were fortunate enough to receive 3 key grants, the largest of which was a $60,000 award from the Community Preservation Committee, which was approved by the residents of Millis. Thank you again to Representative Linsky for championing the regulation change to make that possible, and thank you to the Community Preservation Committee for their support. To my left is a complete listing of all the donors whose support we are so thankful for, and that we will be acknowledging on the permanent donor wall, which will be installed in the coming months. While the largest portion of the project is complete, there are still some things to look forward to in the coming months. When the time is right, come fall or late summer, grass will grow around the playground area, we hope. And we'll continue to fundraise. We know you'll do it, Jim, we know you will. And we'll continue to fundraise to enhance the space with benches, picnic tables, and additional games for children of all ages. Today is a day to thank all of you, the volunteers, the donors, and the supporters, for your tireless efforts in support of the playground for the children of Millis. Thank you all. So with that, I'd like to invite State Representative Linsky to the podium to say a few words.
Thank you very much. This is such a joy to be here. You know, in my job as a state rep, you know, the parts that you see all the time of, you know, we're debating some bill or in the news or on TV and it's a big policy thing. But this is the type of project that really makes me happiest, is to be involved in something that all these kids are going to use every single day. This is really, really a joy to be involved in. A few years ago, I had the privilege of being involved a little bit in getting the funding for the Oak Grove playground up the street. And when Denise and Jennifer and Pam approached me about a year ago to say, what can we do to help? This was an easy one. So I'm just thrilled to be able to be here and to help celebrate this opening. I'm going to ask the people here to do one thing to help finish this off. The House approved an amendment that I filed for $50,000 in state funds to help finish off this project. The Senate, unfortunately, when they did their version of the state budget, did not approve that amendment. That doesn't mean it's dead. It is now in what's known as a conference committee as part of the whole fiscal 2014 state budget. And it's up to the 6 members of the conference committee to decide whether or not to include that $50,000. I'm going to ask each of you here in the next couple of days to please write an email to State Senator Richard Ross, who represents Millis and absolutely wants to do this, but it would help if he got a little backing from the people of Millis, and just say, please ask, very simply, please ask the conferees to accept the House appropriation of $50,000, because for a senator to agree with the House, he needs some backing from the constituents to do that. So if he could get 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 or 150 emails from people in Millis, that would mean that it would be a priority to Richard. I know he wants to do this, but it would help him to be able to tell the conference committee, I got 150 emails on this. So very simply, just send an email to Richard Ross and say, please accept the House figure of $50,000 for the Millis playground. That would be very helpful. So that's the one thing I do. It is a pleasure to be here today. This stuff really warms my heart. I love playgrounds. I've been involved in building a whole bunch of them in Natick, and this is my second one in Millis. And I'm just thrilled to be here today. So congratulations, and thank you to all the volunteers who did so much hard work to get this done.
Now I'd like to invite Mr. Charles Aspinwall to say a few words.
Good morning. 22 years ago, I started working for the town, and that first May was almost just to the day almost. Today, maybe a couple of days ago, Memorial Day, I was asked to speak at the Hope Square commemoration. And one of the things I spoke about was volunteerism, obviously with our service members that service overseas. We also spoke about local volunteerism. And I was on the job for 4 months, and one thing that really impressed me about Millis was the number of volunteers that were involved in all phases of civic life in Millis, from starting the Millis Fund, the food pantry, starting other projects, other beautification projects around town, and it really made an impression on me. And the sports programs, you'd see parents involved in sports programs, and other opportunities that
you try to pour yourself.
Volunteer for the town. And this project really continues that
Olivia,
volunteerism.
bring it over there.
And to paraphrase President Kennedy, the torch has been passed from one volunteer group to another through the years. And I'm really impressed with the team effort that took place here and the leadership that the Playground Committee showed in getting this done. So you really all need to be complimented for the work that you've done. In particular, I'd like to thank Denise Gibbons, Jennifer Farrar, Sarah Fong, Maria Maxianda, Pamela Mustard, and Tracy Donahue of the committee. Also like to thank the DPW DPW staff, Jim McKay in particular, Dave Ruckmajit, John Waters, Gail Olmstead, Kevin Campbell. The other impressive thing about this is the list of volunteers that Denise sent me. I had to count, and I counted every single one. And there were 101 volunteers, 18 business donors, 12 family or individual donors, 9 business supporters that provided in-kind donations or assisted in fundraising. It really is a testament, again, to the volunteer spirit in Millis. And thank you all for improving the quality of life in the town. Thank you. The project is complete. What I would ask is that perhaps your service to the town not be complete. There are openings on town boards. There are ways in which you can serve the community through other projects or other organizations. I guess we continue to do that. It's been a tradition in town certainly over the last 2 or 3 decades. And please consider there's openings on the Finance Committee, there's openings on the CBA, there are openings on the Cultural Council, we need a Republican Registrar of Voters, and the Planning Board is looking for help for those who know a little bit about anything about assisted living to create a new bylaw. So there are plenty of opportunities for you to continue to volunteer, and I would encourage you to do so where you can. We certainly understand if you want to take a breather, there's been a tremendous amount of work that's been done. So thank you very much.
I'd like to invite Jennifer.